Hold on a sec.
I'm holding.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, howdy, howdy. Welcome to the mic stand.
Yeah. All right. So, welcome to the mic stand, everybody. Today is, of course, Sunday. Sunday, January the 25th, 2026. We're basically almost through the first month of the year. Of course, a friendly reminder to everybody, if you haven't already, you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream. See if we can get some more friendly people to engage. That'd be appreciated. Um, and of course, if anything we talk about tonight grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and I will try to answer the question. Or I'm sorry, we will try to answer the question. That's what happens when
Wee!
you do 6 shows a week and you do 5 of them where you're just doing them by yourself, and then one with one other person. Sometimes it's like kind of
Yeah,
forget. Okay, which pronoun do I use tonight? Do I use I
pronoun.
or we? Tonight it's we. So, with that being said, of course, before we do talk about what's on tap for tonight, I'm going to hand the show off for a moment to my co-host here to give him an opportunity to introduce himself and plug
Ooh,
anything he's doing
yes.
and
Ooh,
why he's doing that. Let me just my
yeah,
co-host saying welcome to the mic stand, everybody, and then I'll
yeah.
leave that up for a moment while
Go ahead and go and click on my campaign if you would.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see you put it up there, but
Yes, FemBat Volume 1, baby.
and the link
Yes.
is here in the chat if you guys want to check it
Link
out.
is there. Check it out. Yes, she's intriguingly beautiful horror superhero FemBat. She was a go-go dancer in 1968. Got bit by a vampire at her local go-go club. She gains these fantastic vampire powers, but with some downsides, advantages, and she wants to destroy the vampire bitter that so she can regain her humanity. She meets up with the scientist Nigel Emery, developed the fembat armor to enable her to vampires. Anything goes bump in the night ends along the way. So fembat action, intrigue, comedy, and set
Yeah,
in a
Apex,
modern day.
you're cutting out a little bit.
Okay, never mind that. But anyway, we're trying to reach 2,500, so a collage fan art poster. Whee! Let's get back to the golden age, shall we? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you were getting a little choppy there, and you're
I know.
yeah.
It's the the StreamYards.
Oh,
fine.
StreamYard not working with your computer again?
No, it's fine. It's on your end. It's somehow interfering. My mic is fine. Don't worry about it. Get on with the show. Natasha Personnel says, that looks so amazing. Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Um, Actually, there was a little interesting tidbit that came up yesterday when you were doing the Rex Hex and Apex show.
Hmm.
And now that you were just talking about the whole thing with your campaign there, Fembat, I
Yeah.
remember I think your guest had pointed out
Like I
about
said.
the breastplates there. How I guess he thought that you got the idea from Madonna.
No. Mm-mm. No, it's Valkyrie, the
Yeah,
warrior from the Defenders comic.
yeah.
That's how I got that
Well,
idea.
well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, now I know that, but I
Yeah.
just found
Well,
I'm just going back to yesterday when you were doing
I know.
Rex. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
But I put a brass color on them. A little
I like
golden.
the golden.
Ah, thank
Plate.
you. Yeah. That's cool. Nitsuni? Ah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, and Natsumi's uh, one of our British fans. So,
Oh,
um,
nice. That's cool.
well, anyways, with that, so I guess let's first off before we do get into everything, let's at least tell them. Well, actually, there is one thing I want to let you know if you want to think about this during the show. The next open date I have is March 1st. If you want it, just
Yeah, do that. That's
all
fine.
right, all right.
March 1st, yeah.
You know, yeah, yeah. She's a regular, so
Ah, that's cool. Right on.
yeah. So, anyways, so tonight we're going to be looking at comics that went on sale in July of 1940.
Hmm.
Um, from Quality Comics, we'll be reading through we'll be reading some Doll Man, some Merlin the Magician, Jock Kellogg, basically Quality's version of Merlin the Magician.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We'll be introducing everybody to the Ray, Happy Terrell.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Um, we'll be doing that before we get into the readings, and then also Alias the Spider and Red Beak.
Spider. Oh, Red
So,
Bee. Cool.
anyways, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's first off introduce, since this is his first published appearance here,
Mm.
let's introduce everybody to Happy Terrell, better known to most comic fans as the Ray.
Oh, hey.
The Ray was, of course, one of a few comic book characters that DC had picked up back in the 50s from Quality Comics when it went under. So,
Yeah, I did.
in fact, the Ray became part of the team on Earth X that would be known as the Freedom Fighters.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this a little bit here. So, Happy Terrell was a superhero in New York City under the name the Ray. In the early 1940s, his regular job was as a reporter for the Morning Telegraph.
Mm.
Now, since we're going to probably be reading a lot of this origin story today, anyways,
Hmm.
we're not going to read his history here, just simply because it almost be
Sure.
redundant. But
Yeah, right.
so gallery. So let's see. Real name Happy Terrell. Main
Mm-hmm.
alias the Ray. Base of operations New York City. Alignment good. Identity secret identity. Citizenship American. Occupation reporter. Gender male. Blue eyes. Strawberry blonde hair. Quality universe. Creators Will Eisner and Lou Fine. Original publisher Quality Comics. First appearance Smash Comics. Number 14. Cover date September of 1940. Last appearance Smash Comics. Number 40. So 14 to 40, basically. February 1943.
Yeah.
Powers and abilities. Powers include it's possible that Ray's powers are derived from control over the electromagnetic spectrum,
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
which composes the visible light.
Mm.
electromagnetism enough power to make a small plane go back to the ground. Electric blast. Well, yeah, we know a lot of
His powers, yeah.
yeah, a lot of people have that type of power, like Black Vulcan too, where they can just shoot like beams or rays or lightning bolts from their hands, kind of thing. Uh,
I want to do that.
photokinesis. He
Mhm.
can convert his body in light, so he can turn himself into a beam of light, basically. Kind of like Black Vulcan and Super Friends doing the whole turning himself into a
Yeah.
lightning bolt to fly, or part lightning bolt.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
see, flight. He can transmit himself in ships of light, phasing. He can pass through any transparent material as a glass window. Um, energy projection, light based blast, energy absorption, superhuman durability, impervious to bullets,
Wow.
um, at least low cal. Well, I mean, you try to shoot a bullet at him, and if he's basically just human sized solar battery or something like that, it's like
It's melt the bullets. Yeah.
right, exactly. Abilities, journalism. And in notes, and now I'm doing this from the DC database wiki. So
Yeah.
as with all of this stuff here, they
Mhm.
have this little thing where they say this version of the Ray, including all history and corresponding appearances, was erased from existence following the collapse of the original multiverse in the 1985-86 crossover event Crisis on the Infinite Earth. That is basically standard fare for all these Golden
Oh
Age
yeah.
characters. And
That's true.
later restored following the rebirth of the Infinite Multiverse during the 2022-2023 crossover event Dark Crisis.
Mm.
Even though other versions of the character may have appeared, this information does not apply to those versions. So, kind of alternate universe kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
that's at least a base. So now that we got some of the basic information out of the way on the Ray here, let's get into let's like get over to the actual um thing there. Uh,
Feature comics.
right, which was of course the anthology home of Dollman, and you said you wanted to do Dollman for this
I
one.
like to do Doll Man.
All right, I'll do the
Yes.
narration then,
Okay.
and then so here's my intro for these little panoramic things here.
Yeah,
Do
look at
do 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 do. Feature Comics
Woo!
September. Do 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 do. Number 36, 10 cents. Starring Dollman. Also
Yeah.
starring Lollapalooza. Do do do
Woo!
do 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 do. Spin Shaw. Do do do.
Woo!
Rance Keen and
Woo!
Samar, and also featuring
Mm.
Zero, the Ghost Detective. Da, da, da.
Mm.
Da, 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 da. Rusty Ryan. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Poison Ivy. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Reynolds of the Mounted. Dustin
Woo!
Dane. Mickey
Woo!
Finn. And Big Top.
Woo!
I like doing that with these ones when they have this kind of panoramic view of all
And
the characters are featured.
look how
Kind of that cartoon feel to it.
look how look how fun that looks. It's
Oh,
amazing.
the color scheme and all that.
It's so
Yeah,
great. Dig it.
Quality Comic Group, America's outstanding comic magazines. Feature comics starring The Doll Man, Samar, Big Top, Lollapalooza, Rance Keen, Zero the Ghost Detective, and Reynolds of the Mounted. Smash Comics starring Espionage, The Ray, who will be reading first off today. Reading today.
Yeah.
Bozo the Robot, Wings Wendell, Invisible Justice. Of course, that's the feature name for Invisible Hood. Abdul the Arab in the Purple Trio, Crack Comic starring Black Condor, The Clock, Alias the Spider, Jane Arden, The Space Legion, Ned Brandt, and Molly the Model. National Comics with Uncle Sam, Merlin the Magician, Wonder Boy, The Kid Patrol, Kid Dixon, Penn Miller, and Sally O'Neill, Policewoman, and
Ah.
then Hit Comics with now you get these names for a moment for okay, so
Mm-hmm.
aside from feature and that, so you got feature, you got smash, you got
Mm-hmm.
crack,
Mm-hmm.
you got national, you got hit. Okay, so now aside from feature and national, it just seems like every comic that Quality came out with,
It's a sound effect.
it's a sound effect of a strike, right?
Yeah.
Smash, crack,
Hit.
hit. So Hit Comics, Hercules, the Red Bee, the Strange Twins, Bob and Swab, X5 Super Agent,
Mm-hmm.
Betty Bates, and Neon the Unknown.
Yeah.
Buy Feature Comics, Smash Comics, Crack Comics, National Comics, and Hit Comics each month from your regular news dealer. Of course, back in this day, of course, you get your comic books from your local newsstand, right?
Yes.
And then you got a Moro coaster break here.
Oh, okay.
Ad. I
Mm.
don't read all that, but
Right.
the Doll Man.
Yeah. Ooh.
Headless bodies are discovered along the banks of a lonely river. The police are mystified, but Daryl Dane determines to unmask the murderer.
Yeah.
The Doll Man is next.
Who's
My collection will not be complete until I have the Doll Man. I know his true identity. He is Daryl Dane. Dane is searching the river now. Now go and bring him back to me. Daryl Dane and Professor Roberts scour the banks of the river. After many hours,
We're just where we started. The few clues we found will lead us nowhere. No further.
looking for missing heads, gentlemen. Perhaps I can help you.
That's fine, but who are you?
I was, am Professor Creeper. Follow me and ask no questions.
Where do you fit into this?
You'll know soon enough. Come. A sudden gust of wind sweeps the hat from the creeper's head, revealing
That scar. Did you see a scalp, Roberts?
they follow the old man to the base of a mountain. We must enter the tunnel. Winding stairs lead up through the dark heart of the mountain. Long passages echo with the ring of footsteps.
The glass floor. There's some sort of laboratory down there. Great Scott! What a ghastly sight!
Suddenly, sensing danger, Daryl whirls about.
So you wanted to trap us? Well, we're not marked as your victims yet. Daryl, the entrance has closed. We're prisoners here.
Frantically, they search for a way out. Unnoticed, Creeper slips quietly through a secret sliding panel. Dashing to a huge air air pump, he pulls the lever. Immediately, the air is drawn through open vents in the ceiling above Dane and Roberts.
He's trying to suffocate us. We've got to get out of here.
A quick transformation, and Daryl Dane becomes Doll Man.
There's only one way out. Through the air vents.
A whirling fan draws the Doll Man dangerously near its blades.
Whoa, trouble ahead.
But he seizes a rod at the center of the rotating machine and jams the blades. Wow, now that's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
He climbs over the intricate mechanism.
Now that the big wind has blown over,
Through the pipes and
I ought to get somewhere. Oops.
into a tank of filter water.
Dunked.
that's got to be something.
It's a dunking booth. Yeah.
He probably feels like you were just sitting in a carnival, probably.
Yeah. This must lead to that lab we saw.
The Doll Man dashes to the grating at the base of a huge steel door.
There's someone working in there.
He doesn't look as villainous.
No, that's me. That's me.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't look as villainous as Creeper. Probably a slave.
If I can
No, it's me again.
Oh, sorry.
If I can free him from the Creeper's grip, perhaps he will help us. Good evening. You want to play the big guy?
Oh, yeah. What? Doll Man.
Yes. Welcome to strike a bargain with you. I've come to strike a bargain with you.
But his words are smothered in a rag doused with chloroform. The classic, one of the classic takeout items, right? Just soak a rag in chloroform, put it over somebody's like nose and mouth. That help them out, make them easier to control, right?
Yeah, puts him over his whole body pretty much. He's doused, all right. Oh.
When he awakens, he is encased in a glass jar, unable to move. Wow! Look at that. The only thing exposed there is his head.
Yeah.
Of course, they'd been talking about headless corpses too. So.
Yeah. Right.
The Doll Man's brain is all I need to complete the array of masterminds that I alone can keep alive in my jars. Aha! Now, the brain in the jar thing, the head in the jar thing.
Yeah.
What does that, in modern times? What does that remind you of?
It's fermentation, like shrunken heads.
Not where I'm going. I'm going more animation, television.
I don't know. Tell me. What do you think?
Futurama?
Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
Futurama, they have like the preserved heads of.
Oh, right.
You know, like Dick Clark, for example, and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and look at that! Now look how gruesome. Now you know this is another one of those cases where you almost have to ask yourself, "This is made for kids." Look,
Yeah, I
look,
know.
look, look at
Headless
that channel right
corpses.
there. Look at what you got right there.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. A 7-year-old gonna be reading this book. Nice. All right, go ahead.
I mean,
Yeah,
no wonder parents were going up in arms here in
yeah,
the.
the Cox. Look at my kids reading a bunch of headless corpses in a doll man book. Wow, the nerve. Okay.
Only I can interpret and use the thoughts of these living brains, scientists, writers, uh, statesmen's minds, thinking for me. Now imagine this. Okay, that sounds like a kooky. That kind of sounds like okay.
Oh,
Even
God,
though
this
they have
guy's.
not outright said it, it sounds like this guy's plot is to collect a bunch of um, decapitated heads,
Yeah.
preserve them, and
Hmm.
use their intellectual capacity to try
Hmm.
to take over the world.
He's a freak.
What what do you think of that plot idea?
He's a freak. God.
Interesting stuff, though,
Yeah.
huh? And soon I shall know the secret of my small friend here, the doll man.
Ooh.
Robert is still trapped above. Professor, you will be a witness to my delicate operation, removing the brain of your small friend.
You inhuman fiend!
Now now, Grant, I know this isn't quite hyperbole,
Hmm.
but you notice how in comics how they like that type of phrasing would come about quite a bit. You inhuman fiend,
Right.
you dastardly fiend.
Right. Hmm.
Well, you could definitely, these comics could definitely help build your vocabulary, couldn't they?
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Hmm. I'm surprised, Roberts. A scientist like you should be interested in my work.
Mm.
Hmm. Well, what do you think Robert's reaction is here?
Let's find out.
Uh, Suddenly, Roberts finds the axe that Creeper had dropped.
I've got to get through to save him.
The glass floor is impenetrable, but the constant pounding wakes or
Yeah.
wakes a glimmer of remembrance in
Pythons.
Python slave, Creeper.
Oh. Tank. Tank.
Madly, he leaps at Python. You stole my mind. You've made me a slave.
Ugh.
Now look at him. Look at him. He jumped right on the guy.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Like, wow. Um, Robber, monster, I'll kill you. Creeper becomes a tornado of unleashed fury. The laboratory resounds with infuriated cries and curses.
Ah.
While the battle rages, the doll man seizes the opportunity to attempt to escape. Creeper meets his doom as the knife plunges through his heart.
Ugh.
Again, another graphic example for a young
Nice
child to read.
skull. Yeah. Wow.
No wonder we ended up with the Comics Code Authority, huh?
Yeah. How about that?
Dr. Python does not hear the smash of glass behind him until
Your fiendish experiment has come to an end, Doctor.
In sudden fury, the doctor hurls his blade.
Not this time.
And the only reason I'm not scrolling down quite yet, I just want to check, see if there's anything
Nah.
new here. Well, there was one thing. I guess Natsumi was singing along with me. Do 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 do. So that's cool to see.
Yeah, yeah. Now that I know who you are, you won't find it so easy to trick me.
A rain of bottles sends a shower of broken glass about the room. Yeah, I get maybe this is a room Annie Lennox was walking through that one time.
Yeah, that's a nasty display of temper.
Huh?
That's a nasty display of temper,
Yeah.
says Dollman.
Well, do you know what my reference was to right there with the Annie
No,
Lennox?
no.
Her song, I think it was back in the late 80s or early 90s. Keep walking on broken glass.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
Oh, you already said that's a nasty display.
I did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Roused to a terrible pitch of anger, Python reaches for a vial of bubbling fluid. How dare you ridicule me, the master of minds? As it spatters against the wall, the room bursts into flames. Dancing tongues of fire lick the doctor's clothes. Wow, now that's a very interesting narration right there.
Yeah, it is. It's licking.
Dancing tongues of
Tongues
fire
of
lick the doctor's clothing. That's a very interesting way to describe the scene right
yes. Mm-hmm.
there. Shrieking in terrorized agony, he races from the burning building. Help! Help!
I can't let him get away. He'll set the woods on fire.
Like a human torch.
Yeah, yeah. Let him go.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that would not have been
Yeah,
a copyright thing because he actually was a literal human
yeah.
torch.
He's no Jim Hammond. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
The doctor blazes down the mountainside.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that scene right there.
Flame on. Yeah.
I don't know if Jim Hammond said flame. I know Johnny Storm said
Yeah,
flame on usually.
That's
But
Johnny Storm. Yeah.
suddenly he staggers and drops down to the glistening stream and the rocks below.
That's that. Great Scott! Professor Roberts is in that burning house.
The doll man shoots to the rescue. All right. He releases the trapped man.
Couldn't have lasted another minute.
Just in time.
What happened to our brain specialist? He got his just desserts.
You notice how they treat villains back in the day here.
Yeah.
No compassion whatsoever. I mean,
yeah,
going all the way back to Batman's first adventure, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't get away with that today, though. Unfortunately, now you have to, according to modern thought process, you have to feel sorry for criminals. Apparently,
not me. He's joined his victims in the river, but his was a more merciful end. Well, back to normal again. Oops, I forgot. Your clothes. I'm afraid they're ashes by now. Well, get in before you catch cold.
So, on to further thrilling adventures drives the doll man, Daryl Dane.
Ah,
The
good.
Doll Man, super sensation of comic magazines, appears each month in feature comics. All
Woo!
right, so we're done with the first. That was a 9-pager right there.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
before, of course, as I'm like setting up for the next one, and National Comics here with Merlin the Magician. Overall
Yes.
impressions of this story.
I enjoyed it. It's very thrilling. The artwork is great. I think Lou Fine drew it back in the day. I mean, such great was such a great illustrator. He's done the Ray, the, the Doll Man, the Flame, Black Condor. He's drawn that. He's drawn plenty of characters, so he has quite a following.
Hmm, yeah. Oh yeah, the artwork here in some of these is pretty good.
Oh yeah, get that one,
There's
Uncle
Uncle
Sam.
Sam right here.
That's another Lou Fine
Yeah.
artwork. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, very bright, very colorful.
yeah, it's
Or
great.
Brock Powers here, and the Merlin the Magician will be 7 pages. There's Sally O'Neill, policewoman. Now look at that right there.
Ah, a cutie.
Uh huh. Look at that, and
Mm-hmm.
she's carrying it by Frank Kern there.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
See, then there's Kid
Kid
Dick right
Dixon.
there.
Hmm. Guess he's a boxer. Merlin.
There we go, Merlin the Magician. There we go.
I'll be the narrator
Um,
if you want.
Actually, let me see, because I actually wanted to do the Ray, but
Okay.
I was going to let you do
You do?
Merlin here, and I'll do and then you can do
All
the
right.
narration for the Ray
Yeah. All right.
and Alias the Spider,
Sure. I'll
and
be
then
Merlin. Yeah.
we'll switch back,
It's
for
fine.
the last story.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Merlin the Magician
Yeah.
by Lance Blackwood.
Mm.
That was a pseudonym. I can't remember the guy's actual name, but that
No.
was a pseudonym right there.
Yeah.
Merlin, the greatest magician on earth, strolls one night down a dark street. Suddenly,
Oof. Hold on, old man. Oh, let me by. Let me go. They'll catch me. Who? What's the matter? They'll beat me. The guards from the orphanage. Oh, I see.
quickly wrapping the lad in his cloak, Merlin becomes invisible.
Oh. Now, what's on your mind, young fella? Who are you, mister? Gee, you must be magic.
That's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah. I ran away from the orphanage. They starved us and beat us. Mickey, oh, Mickey. Miss Lovewell is the only one who was nice to us. She's an ace. Mickey is right. Dredge, the superintendent, is appropriating all the funds and mistreating the boys cruelly, but I can't prove it. Dredge is a big bully. I like to blow him up like a balloon and poke holes in him. Some
Uh,
imagination, Mickey. Well, we'll see. Let's go back, Mickey. I've got a good plan.
Can you imagine magically doing that to somebody? Just
Yeah.
all of a sudden waving your hand and turning them into a balloon.
Yeah. Yeah. That might
Well,
happen.
you could either fill them with air, like this
Mhm.
kid suggested,
Yeah.
or as they did in Willy Wonka, like with
Yeah.
Violet Beauregard, you could fill them with juice.
Yeah. Ruka salt. Yeah.
No, it was Violet Beauregard who
It's
was filling
violet.
up.
That's right. It's violet. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, at last, Mickey agrees to return for the sake of the other children. They enter the superintendent's office. Ah, so you found the little gutter snipe. We'll tan your hide properly tonight. Oh, a stranger. Well, oh my goodness.
I got caught.
Yeah,
Huh?
he's probably not too thrilled at the idea. He just
No.
got caught admitting that he's gonna abuse a
Hmm.
child. Of
Yep.
course, if that was the day, he'd be taken into custody. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
Oh, thank you, sir, for bringing our dear Mickey back. We love him so. Yeah.
Ugh.
Now he changes tune.
Liar. You're too kind, Mr. Dredge. You should punish the little brat. Hold him up as an example to the others you know.
Well, I really agree with you. Merlin's probably playing this guy like a fiddle, right?
Yeah.
And we'll start right now. Come here, you little tramp. I'll teach you.
Don't hit me.
But suddenly, the ruler flies into the air. And
Smash. Ugh.
ooh, that looked like it stings.
Ow.
And the thing is, he got him on the side of the,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's gonna leave more like a slice mark right there.
Yeah. It will.
You know,
Oh,
like instead of hitting him with the flat part
yeah.
of the ruler where it
Yeah.
leave a bruise, he's hitting
Mhm.
him with the side part. That's
Yeah.
liable to leave like a
A
slash
mark.
mark, like a cut
Yeah.
mark or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. mm. How careless. You could hurt yourself, you know.
Bah. The dinner whistle blows.
I like to see the children at dinner, Mr. Dredge.
Oh, why, of course. Merlin enters the bare dining room where children stare at empty plates.
Oh.
But as one boy passes Merlin, his plate becomes heaped with steaming, delicious food. Wow!
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't mind having that power. Just wave my
Yeah.
hand and have
Right.
a
Yeah. How how generous you are, Mr. Dredge. Much too generous.
oh, thank you. That night, Mickey retires to the drab dormitory with his fellows. You got to be thinking with Mickey here. He's got to be scratching his head a little bit, particularly with how at times Merlin would talk there.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like he's got to be scratching his head. What's going on? I thought you were
Hmm.
going to help me.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
While
We'll find out things this way. How wonderful. Yes, here are papers that will send Dredge to jail.
Miss Longwell, get away from that safe. But from Merlin's magic fingertips, a host of tittering demons spring. Tittering demons.
Yeah.
What a
Woo!
description!
Tittering. Oh, man. Horrifying.
Look at
Oh.
that!
Ah!
Wow! Look at that!
Nice.
And look at his facial
That's
reaction right
great.
there.
Oh yeah,
He's
he's
got to be
scared.
horrified.
Scared.
It's almost like I think he just realized he's going to hell.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
It's like he came to that realization that he's going to hell.
Woo.
They they sweep the terrified man up the stairs. Help! And tossing him into bed, continuing to torment him. Oh boy.
Woo.
Yippee! Okay. That was actually one of the ghosts, but it's okay. Merlin enters. Help! Help! Somebody! I'm dying!
Why, Mr. Dredge, you must be seeing things. Aha! Drinking. Tisk tisk. And such strong stuff. Naughty, naughty.
Ah. But suddenly,
Help! What's that? That comes from the dormitory.
an orphanage attendant wields a heavy whip over Mickey. You ain't gonna squeal anymore. Merlin's magic lifts the cat of nine tails, and wow! Oh
Yeah.
boy!
Yeah. Is that for
You're using a cat of nine tails
Yeah,
on a child.
dominatrix action, huh? Look at that. Ooh.
He always had to wonder what this ledge
The
Blackwood was
kids are
thinking.
reading this stuff. That's nuts.
Well, actually, I understand a cat of nine tails.
Yeah.
Usually it's like at the end, it's like multiple whips that you see here.
Yeah.
But usually, when
Yeah.
I think of it, I'm remembering hearing things about like spikes and beads and other sharp little
Yeah.
tidbits in where usually when it's used, it
Clipstick.
also has a tendency to rip skin off of people.
Yeah.
I mean, using a cat of nine tails on a child, I mean that's a little much.
That's a lot. Yeah. There we go. Merlin's magic.
And yeah, I had already read that part, but
Uh,
and with a magic command wraps it about the vicious guard's throat. Whoa, look at that. Wow, some graphic stuff here in these comics.
Choking.
Again, it's as I sometimes put it, it's like these were written for kids.
Yeah, from adults, of course. Yeah.
Like, dang.
Didn't you hear? We're punishing Mickey tomorrow before the whole orphanage.
The next morning, Dredge calls Mickey before an audience of trembling kids. Now, as an example to you, I shall. Oh, look, and he's got the cat. See right there? He's
Yeah,
got
cat
the
o'
cat
nine
on tails
tails.
too.
Mm-hmm.
But Merlin's cloaked figure stands at the door. Dredge begins to blow up. Oh, look at that! Wow. Oh, I guess Merlin is taking
Yeah. Yeah. Look.
Mickey's idea to heart there.
Yeah. Ricky's a boy. Oh, spack sock. Boy, oh boy! I always wanted to do this. Yay!
Yeah!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Yippee! Bop. That's enough.
And Dredge deflates.
Ooh.
Whoa! Crack.
Yeah.
The children are hysterical with laughter. Ho ho ho! Old Dredge blew up like a basketball. Ha 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 ha! As
Prearranged.
prearranged by Merlin, the police arrive.
You're a man of officers on the desk. You'll find enough evidence to put him away for a long time.
Uh, these these bucks are proofs are proofs. We've been waiting for a long time. We've been waiting for a long time. Looks like the state is gonna give Dredge a long lesson in reform.
Well, Miss Lovewell, I'll leave you to look after these young citizens. They'll be in good hands. Oh, Mr. Merlin, you've been wonderful.
That's a common thing with the women in here.
Yeah,
With the hero.
they're wonderful.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah.
A week later, Merlin receives a letter.
Dear Mr. Merlin, everything is going so well. Miss Lovewell is in charge. We all sure thank you. You're what you did for us. Please come and see us sometime. Your pal, Mickey.
Merlin performs new feats of magic in the next issue.
Wow.
All right, so overall impressions of this story.
Yeah, it's a man, it's a bit violent, but yet it's wholesome at the end. The kids are treated like crap at the orphanage, and finally there's some justice going on thanks to Merlin. It's kind of a
Well,
nice little story.
it's kind of funny because even in my past reading, when I would read these on my own and stuff like that, or read synopses, quality was one of those companies that did seem to like push the boundaries a little bit more.
Yeah, they
With
have.
some things, so you know based on the research I'd done with it, and so they really did put some of the boundaries of some of this stuff. So
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true.
uh, anyways, so now we got we're at 51, 52 minutes here. So
Hmm.
got to two of the five stories. So now we're gonna head over to Smash Comics number 14. That's
All
right
right.
up there. And we're going to get into the guy that we introduced everybody to, the
The
Ray.
Ray.
And
Yeah,
for the next two stories, since I did the first two as narrator, I'll
I'll
have
be
you
narrator.
do narrator for the next two because I
Yeah,
wanted to be the Ray.
yeah, go. Yeah,
So,
that's great. Okay. Yeah,
and then I'll also be, of course, Alias the Spider, and then we'll switch
sure.
back for time pending, of course.
Hmm.
With Red B, we'll switch back for the Red B.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of comics. That's great.
Just look how colorful it is too.
That's so good. Yeah.
All right, so
Smash Comics. Let's see who is. Yeah, anybody? Let's see here.
actually, before we do get started, I'm going to need to step away from the camera for a quick moment. So if you can talk to the
Ah, of
chat
course.
for a moment.
Go ahead.
Gonna do
Smash. Whoa, yes. God, I love those beautiful Golden Age comics. For 10 cents, 64 pages. That's a lot for a dime on the newsstands even. I'm like, wow. So much color back in those days. It's amazing how many dimes you could pick up. Maybe trading bottles in for some dimes. Go to you know, go do some yard work, earn some money, go to the local grocery store or pharmacy, grab some of those beautiful 10-cent comics. I'm like, wow. Be a kid in a candy store. Yeah, get your candy, go get your pop, go buy a 10-cent Smash Comics off the stands. Like, whoa, being a kid back in 1940. Imagine that. Imagine having your trying to get your mom or your dad to buy all those beautiful comics and They're like, "Ooh, okay, these things look a bit freaky, but if you want so bad, there you go. Be sure to clean your room, little Timmy. We just bought you some good Smash comics."
All right. So, and of course, you're going to be the narrator this time. So,
Yeah.
you want to start us off with the title page here?
September number 14, 10 cent Smash Comics featuring espionage. The Ray. Invisible Hood. Wings Windle. Starring Bozo the Robot with Hugh Hazard. The Ray, newest sensation of comic magazines, starts in this issue.
And we already went through all that.
Yep. Yeah. The
Let's see.
Legion of Living Bombs. Is it? Oh, Black
And
X. That's wow.
espionage.
Oh, that's cool.
There's another Will Eisner story. No, Will
That is
Eisner
nice.
story.
Some good art in this one. This is awesome. I'll have to pick up a.
And of course, this is a story where he was dealing with his main adversary / love interest, Madame Doom.
Madame Doom. Yeah. Wow.
So, in fact, let me. So there she is, right there, far right. That's Madame Doom, right there, far right.
Yeah, it looks like Marlena Dietrich. Have a bit of a facial recognition. Yeah.
There's Magno, another hero of the
Magnetic. Yeah, Magno. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good art.
Abdul the Arab. Right
there. Oh boy.
Yeah, that feature would go over well today, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, they'll love it. Well, especially in Canada. Yeah, they'll like this guy.
Yeah. Archie O'Toole, which is probably the main comment, main humor feature of the clip chant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a good book. Part of the clip chant story.
That's a good artwork.
Kidding the Kids.
Okay.
Wings Wendell of Military Intelligence.
All right.
Look at the art there. Look at how colorful it is.
It's nice. Yeah.
I mean, I guess quality. That's another thing. Quality was, I guess, pretty known for.
Yeah, quality art, quality stories. Yeah, it's all good.
And here we go. Here we go. The feature we're going to focus on in this story.
The Ray by Electron. Electron. Nice. Professor Stein makes ascent today. Professor Stein's plans to take a new type of balloon into the stratosphere at high noon today.
Confound that guy, Terrell. The hottest story in months, and my star reporter's out somewhere. Terrell is the only guy I can put on it. Terrell, blast your hide. Calmly, sir. You'll burst a vein if you keep on. If you'll quiet down a moment, quiet down. You slap happy cub. Listen, the balloon goes up in an hour. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I've signed up as a member of the crew of Professor Stein's strato balloon. You did? Well, good work. Look here, kid. It's a dangerous assignment. If I've ever said any harsh things on good luck, kid. So now it's like the old foot and mouth syndrome, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Uh,
He's like thinking that Happy there
a slacker.
is slacking, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh,
Always on a
that's
planet.
what he was doing. Oops.
Ooh. Yeah.
Thanks, Chief. If I don't come back, tell the world that Happy Terrell died with a scoop.
Huh. Huh. 1 hour later, in a secret hangar, Professor Stein gives his crew last minute instructions. And lastly, I want you men to realize that we may never return to Earth alive. That is why I chose you, convicts. It's do or die.
I wonder did did Happy do a little undercover thing here yet?
I don't know. Huh. Up through myriad layers of stratosphere soars the balloon, gripped by nature's forces. I think that's you.
Oh, a cosmic storm is approaching. The outer air cock um, must be closed. I'll do it.
Be careful, Terrell. You'll be swept into space. With clenched teeth, plucky Terrell uh, edges along the narrow catwalk.
So I guess he had two nicknames, Happy and Plucky.
Plucky, yeah.
But
Son,
Plucky was kind of a nickname they'd use back then for somebody who was like kind of more happy-go-lucky type, or just kind of like,
okay.
I believe
Suddenly, the balloon is swept upward into a strange field. A weird haze of cosmic light glows around the balloon. Terrell grows rigid. The cosmic storm.
Hold on a sec. Does that remind you of something?
Mm, it's going to a black
Something
hole.
that may have came about 20 to 25 years later after this, maybe?
I don't know what. I don't know.
Didn't a similar situation happen with the Fantastic Four?
Oh, it's a cosmic ray thing. Yeah, sure. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Well, let's find out. The cosmic storm lashes at the balloon in a fury of dazzling lights. Maybe they got the idea from this comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, an amazing thing happens. The figure of Terrell seems to shrink as another raises out of him. A shaft of light shoots from the spot where he stood as Terrell, in a new form, rises into space.
Now look at that! Look at that form right there. Look at that.
Wow.
He
Wow.
actually, I mean, if you think about it, even with the coloring and all that, he looks kind of like a beam of light right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. And unknown to the men inside the metal sphere, the rays born. A new figure who can transmit himself in shafts of light. Professor Stein's ship returns to Earth. Reporter missing. Falls into space during cosmic storm. Oh, okay. In a New York apartment.
Here it is, boys. Written up in this paper. The setup. My job is selling the setup. My job is selling guns. But if I can lay my hands on that formula, I'll clean up a cool million.
That's easy, boss. I'll just slip him the.
No, dope. Stein's got the cooperation of the army. The house is under heavy guard. Now, here's the floor plan of the laboratory. I've got every move timed to a second. Now, this guy's one of those precise planner types.
Yes, they are.
Like the way they made the Clock King in the DCAU back in the 90s and 2000s there.
Right, right.
The Clock King character they introduced in Batman the Animated Series, not William Stockman. Temple Fugit.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
That night, at the exact moment, the guard changes.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, now let's go. No
Okay.
slip ups.
Yeah. Two guards are easily subdued. Ooh.
Put some speed on. Evening, Professor Stein.
Rocks!
Yes, Anton rocks. So sorry to have to kill you, Stein. Quickly, now the formula, not a second to lose. I'm sorry. Quickly, now the formula, not a second to lose. You sure are smart, boss. Oh,
Yeah. You sure are smart, boss. With diabolical swiftness, the crooks gather up the precious plans and leave.
I guess old Stein is dead. Ha ha ha.
Suddenly, out of the shaft of light comes the ray. The room seems to light up with the ray's presence.
Professor Stein, speak to me. Thank goodness you're only wounded.
Who are you? Your face is familiar. You look like Terrell, but you've a strange look.
I'm the Ray. I'm the Ray. Terrell is dead. Forget him. And now to aid you, those formulas must not remain in Rox's hands.
Amazing. He's fading into that ray of light. Several moments later, Rox and his men speed into an airport. Look, boss, in our headlight beam. Am I going screwy, or is it a guy rising out of the rays of light?
Wow, that would be something to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Before their eyes, the tall form of the ray takes shape.
Come on, Anton Rox. I've come to get that formula. Let me introduce myself. I'm the Ray. Wait, don't run. He's human. Shoot him down. Those toy pistols won't help you much.
Bang, bang.
A little rough treatment won't hurt you crooks.
Oof. Oof.
Mighty tough with guns, but when you're disarmed, you're no competition at all. This is something to think about when you're in jail. Oh. One of my playmates is leaving me.
Calmly, the ray throws his magnetic force. The fleeing thug is pulled back as if by an invisible arm.
Welcome home, pal. Tisk tisk. Rox is taking off. What a leader, deserting his men. See, first I'll quiet you lads down.
With two whirling unconsciously in midair, the ray turns his attention to the fleeing killer. Once again, his magnetic rays shoot from his fingertips, and the plane slowly descends to Earth. Huh?
You don't think you could get you didn't think you could get away as easily as that, did you? Did you, Rox? Look, look here. I'll pay you. Well, I'll pay you well. Here, you and I can make a swell partnership. I don't like the proposition.
Several hours later, the New York police find three beaten men lying in a shaft of light in one of their cells.
A,
A note.
a note pinned to them says, "Investigate their munitions business." Signed, the Ray. Well, I'll be.
Meanwhile, the Ray back again.
Yes, and I brought the formula.
How can I ever thank you?
You can repay me by giving it to the United States government and forgetting you ever knew Happy Terrell. From now on, I am the Ray. With my power, I can do many great things.
Ooh.
The I'm sorry.
The Ray, new sensation of the comic magazines, appears each month in Smash Comics.
All right. So, overall impressions of that story.
That's a quite a bizarre origin. It's very similar to the Fantastic Four, like you said before. I'm sure they may have gotten that idea from this strip. In
Well,
my
as we
opinion.
noted earlier when we were talking
Yeah,
about it earlier, of course,
yeah,
the creative team that gave us the Ray was Will Eisner and Lou Fine.
right.
So I'm sure many people um, have found inspiration for
Hmm.
in some form or another from Will Eisner. In fact, your get Marcus yesterday on
Yeah,
your show
right.
was pointing out that he wasn't he involved in a class where Will Eisner was teaching.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, him and Gene Colan and a couple of others. I can't think of the other ones, but yeah, basically Eisner and Gene Colan, and uh, he's friends with like Andy Smith and all these other guys, and then
Mm-hmm.
he has his way of making his mark pretty soon. So he's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. Well, once I get this next story set up, I'm going to need to step away from the computer for a moment. So I'm going to ask you to talk to the chat for a moment before
Mm,
we started here, and I'll have you do the since you did the main character of the first two stories, and Natsumi saying epic
epic
story.
story. Yes, that's right,
All right.
Natasha.
So I'll be right back. I got to step away here, and then when we get back, we'll get down to Alias the Spider.
Ooh, the spider. Wow, this would be a great spider. That's came out. I forgot when did it come out. I think late 30s, 40. I think I may have seen him in one of those pulp magazines before these comics came about. I remember seeing some of these reprinted versions of those books that came out in the 90s. I can't remember what title it was, but I remember reading something about the spider. In fact, the character the Bat in Batman came pretty much at the same time, around 1939. But of course, Batman had more of a presence and was more popular. But the Bat kind of fell into obscurity until they brought him back from at Dynamite Comics a few years ago. I can't remember what year it was, but yeah, they started republishing some of those pulp type characters. But yeah, the Spider. I think I don't know if Pacific Comics did some reprints of the Spider or not, but yeah, he's quite the character. He's a crime fighter, I remember. But yeah, we'll be reading him. And if we have time, maybe the Red Bee, maybe not. We'll see. Let's see what if there's any more people popping in or not. But if you had a chance, oh, here we go. Natasha Purcell says, I remember hearing Superman was originally going to be as a different Superman who was actually a mean, grumpy villain. Yeah, Siegel and Schuster. I think the first prototype of Superman was a bald Lex Luthor like Superman, which would have been interesting. That was their precursor before the Man of Steel that we know today. Yeah, I remember reading something about that. I think a lot of the Siegel and Schuster reprinted books of their stories came out. I can't remember who published. I think it may have been Pacific Comics, but I have the two of those Siegel and Schuster books that they printed up in I believe middle to late '80s. I still have those somewhere in my collection. And yeah, and Natasha says would have been funny to see him in the movies and comics as a grumpy old bald man. I know that would be intriguing. I kind of would love to see that. Sort of like a well, kind of a multiverse version of that particular Superman. That would be pretty fun. Yeah, I'm sure if Warner Brothers or whoever will own DC Comics, the cinematic universe, if they can maybe do a version of that Superman, that would be fun. I kind of would like to see that, especially somewhere around late 1930s, set in that time. That would be pretty cool. In fact, I remember, I think Action Comics had printed an ash can before the actual Action Comics #1 book came out. And there's only maybe a few of those left in existence. Those ash cans are very hard to find and are very, very expensive to get. They'd been great to have one of those. Even maybe a reprint version of that Action Comics ash can would be great to have. But yeah, I think they actually developed an 8-page story of the bald Superman. They wrote it out and decided, well, somehow I forgot why they decided to go with the current Superman that we all know and love. But I think that bald Superman would have been more of a possible German character. Maybe they'll call him Ubermensch or something like that. That would have been a great villain for Superman if we were back in the 40s. But yeah, that'd been awesome. Yeah, exactly. But the next appearance I'll make is March 1st on the mic stand. That'd be like about a month away, roughly. Not well, less than a month actually. Well, over a month. Well, hold on, we got February. Yeah, it'll be about a month, give or take a few days, because there's only 28 days in February.
Yeah, it's basically 5 weeks.
5 weeks, yeah, it'd be 5 weeks.
Yeah. So, and I guess Natsumi there had some things to say there. Let me just.
Yeah, I went over them, but we'll go and read them again. I remember hearing Superman was originally going to be a different Superman who was actually a mean, grumpy villain.
Which is true. When he was originally introduced, that's exactly what happened. He was basically a villain. In fact, he was probably he was kind of more like a combination of what would be what we would know of as Superman and Lex Luthor actually.
Yeah,
As I recall reading one time,
yeah.
the original art or the original sketches of the original Superman had him as like a bald guy.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
Oh.
Yeah, it would have been funny to see him in the movies and comics as a grumpy old bald man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing a video on YouTube years ago showing the 8-page. I remember a strip where he was flying with an angry expression. Could you
Well,
imagine
it's
that?
kind of funny because obviously we've read some of his earlier stories on here, and I've read some of the early Superman stories,
Oh, yeah.
and he wasn't quite as angelic
No.
as he came out as he would eventually be evolve into being. I
You know
mean,
what? It would have been great if National Comics would have put that first Superman bald character and changed his name to Ubermensch, and that would have been a great Superman villain back in
well,
the Golden Age.
it's
That'd be
kind of
cool.
funny that you mentioned that because Uberman,
Yeah,
I think DC did a series where you kind of had like I guess, an Aryan version of
yeah,
the Justice League in a way,
Yeah.
where their Superman counterpart actually was called Ubermensch or
Yeah.
Overman, as it was actually more
Superman.
literally translated.
Right.
You know, you had, as I recall, you had Ubermensch, you
Uh-huh.
had Fledermish was one of the other names I remember from that, which I
Right.
believe was Batman or Robin. Their version of Batman or Robin. But
Right.
anyways,
Yeah.
so we're at an hour 20. It looks like here, so
Yeah.
we're actually making good time here. We might actually get through all 5 stories and get
Cool.
through this day in each history. We haven't been doing as much commentary, so that's
Yeah.
so. As I said, I'll do Alias the Spider. You can do the narration for this. So
Okay.
go for it. Go for it.
September number 5, 10 cents. Crack Comics. The Black Condor. Alias the Spider. Jane Arden. Ned Brandt. Starring The Clock. Molly the Model. Wizard Wells. Lee Preston. And many others.
Now, do you know what our special nickname we came up with for the clock is?
Oh, no, I forgot. Who was he?
Captain Napkin Face.
Captain Napkin Face. That's right. Yeah.
Now that was actually the name that my original co-host Batgoat gave him.
Yeah, Captain
And
Napkin Face.
we just kind of like
Yeah.
kept we sometimes will just in jest call him Captain Napkin Face
Yeah.
because
It's a
the
black
way his
napkin.
mask looks at times
Yeah, it's
doesn't
funky.
look like he just simply put a napkin over his face.
Well, what the wind blows and blows his identity, it'll be totally blown. That
Yeah.
whisk of wind just, whoa, there's his face. Uh-oh. Ah, Black Condor. Yeah, I think Lou Fine drew this one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice color.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just kind of going through it
Yeah,
like this just to give people a chance.
yeah.
Molly the
Molly.
model right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
A
let's take it.
comet. Like comedy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
more of a slice of life type scenario, you know.
yeah. Yeah.
And these are not like one continuous story. It's more like a couple. It's
A
separate.
comic strip, man. Oh wow.
Red Torpedo, another one of the Golden
Oh
Age quality heroes, right there
yeah. How about that? Hmm.
from Roy Larkin, right there.
Okay. Red torpedo.
We just went around in just a highly specialized red submarine there,
Huh.
and there's his luck right there.
Yeah.
Madam.
Madam Fatal. Ooh. Wow.
Now I'm not necessarily a. Now Madam Fatal is probably one of the more lesser known characters, but
Yeah.
Madam Fatal, I don't know if I do you know the story of Madam Fatal? Have
I
I told
don't.
you?
I'm not familiar with her now.
Okay, well actually it's a him.
Oh really?
So
Oh,
Madam Fatal,
he's kind of a trans, right?
well, he's a transvestite.
Oh, how about that?
He's not transgendered or transsexual. He's a
Right.
transvestite. Basically, what happened was I think the guy's name was Richard Spencer.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it was his wife or a family member got killed, and
Oh.
it led him to take on the guise as a detective. He's a detective, and then took on the guise of Madame Fatal, who was kind of
Huh.
more of a grandmother-looking old lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The space agent. Cool. Huh. That's interesting. Hmm.
Ned Brandt by Bob
Yeah.
Lepke.
Yeah. Hmm.
Here we go. Alias the Spider. So
Oh.
I know it is a little darker there, but
Yeah. Hey, you mean you mean narrate or
yeah.
okay? Alias the spider. A heavy fog covers the waterfront. A girl screams. Yee! Oh, yeah. Ah, young.
Young. I'll
Go
do the
ahead.
bad.
Okay.
That's right. I was gonna do alias. So you go ahead, do the.
Okay. Young and pretty. Better get out of here fast. The next night,
Hmm.
did
Okay.
you want to
Did
read?
did you get that killer yet, Mike?
No, and another girl was found in the river this morning. The commissioner gave us orders to shoot them on sight. Jumping catfish, look!
It's the killer.
And I can't shoot in this fog. I might hit the girl. He ran into this alley. A shining steel blade flashes from the darkness of the alley. There, you won't chase me again. Ah, the spider! I'll give you the same thing this cop just got.
Hmm. So he throws a knife. He throws a knife too, huh? Um.
Uh oh. They cut my bowstring.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. It cut my boat. I think.
It's kind of
Like
blurry.
it's a little darker, so it's a little
It's
harder to.
blurry, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. All right, that's you.
Oh, I can't finish you now, pal. But neither will you lose me till I fix my bow. Now this killer knows
Alleyways.
the
Alleys.
alley the alleys inside out. No wonder the police could never get him.
Mm. Yeah! I bet I lost him by now.
And there he goes into the old warehouse. So that's it.
Ah, the spider leaps from a roof and crashes into the hideout.
And of course, this is not the type of spider who slings webs and swings from
No,
building to building.
no. Uh-uh.
I have company.
Ah, as guns quickly bark, the spider also strikes.
Ah, there's a newcomer with a gun. I'll take care of him. Coming at you guys. So look out.
Oh, yeah! The spider swings into the oncoming men.
1, 2, button my shoe.
Ugh.
Keep coming, rats. I'm in a good form. Now,
Ah,
what do you think being in a good form means in this context?
well, it means he's on a roll.
Yeah. You're last now to find that girl. Thought I heard a thought I heard a scream from down here. What the why it's that crazy Dr. Corsica who just escaped from a foreign prison. I wonder how that maniac got to America and why.
Ah, yes, a pretty young girl, a perfect type for my long awaited experiment. I will give you the toxin injection when my men return. Yes.
Sorry to disappoint you, Doctor, Move away from the girl before I bore a hole through you.
The spider! So you got past my man, huh? Well, your silly presence does not bother me in the least. As Dr. Corsica babbles, a secret panel opens behind the spider.
Now,
Oosh.
ugh.
Nice work, Grigo. Put him in irons. Maybe I can use him later. Uh, it's like as the captured spider slowly comes to his senses.
Oh, my head.
Ah, you awoke just in time to see my experiment.
Is that so?
All right, Grigo, bring in the beast. Urgh. And a huge ape is towed into the room.
Oh boy. Okay, so this is my theory as what's going, and this seemed to be a pretty popular plot
Hmm.
in the Golden Age, particularly as we get further into the 40s.
Yeah,
The old idea of switching an animal, particularly an ape's brain, with a human's.
yeah,
That was a common plot point in some of these mad scientist type stories.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm thinking that's where we're going here. That's what, I mean, it almost seems like
They have also
something
revised that idea in the earlier issues of the Defenders comics as a supervillain team called the Headmen. And there's a human head on a gorilla, and they had this one red spiky head on this attractive, gorgeous woman,
mm,
and another one was a kind of a frumpy looking scientist with a
yeah.
bald head and glasses.
Yeah, and of course we did have the decapitated head story earlier too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's some kind of rhythm going. Yeah. Now I'm going to show the world that a girl can overpower a gorilla if she has been injected by my great discovery. This will be my great test.
He's crazy, all right. This is why the bodies of girls found in the river were so
Mangled.
mangled.
Before I give you the injection, wipe all fear away. Look at me. I'm looking. I'm.
So I guess isn't the old switching of the brains idea then?
Yeah.
The
The.
fiend.
Yeah.
He's he's pushing her into the cage with that gorilla. I must set free to stop him. I must get free to stop him.
Snap. Wow. Ooh. The doctor's hypnotic spell is broken. The girl's mind now clears as the huge ape nears her. A hairy hand raises menacingly. The gorilla reaches the girl and strikes out. The spider draws its deadly uh, bowstring and aims.
Hmm.
Oh, no. Up, up. Yeah, here
Yeah,
we
I
go.
know. I was just double checking to make sure
Yeah.
there wasn't.
And the two blazing seals dig into the beast's chest, and back he topples.
Don't look back, miss. Try to forget this ugly business. Now look at that. He's got her in his arms right there.
Yeah. Nice.
They're there now. They're all safe now.
Oh, what a ghastly experience I went through. Thank you. No, you're not free yet. Ha! It's the man who brought me here. You killed my ape pal, huh? Okay, walk the trap door right behind ya. Hurry! There, that is your home for a long, long time. Maybe forever. Oh, we'll starve here.
Easy now. I'm not licked even yet. If I can only jump and reach grating, that grating, maybe.
But after that time, the spider jumps fail him. Seems to be no use.
Don't say that. I've been in many tough spots before. Um, have courage.
As the spider ponders over a possible escape.
The seal of the spider has never failed me. I've got it. Why didn't I think of this before? At least now we've got some better
His
copy
tool.
here.
Yeah. Taking his arrow bag straps, the spider hooks them to one of the prongs on his deadly seal. He takes his bow.
There. As that fastens now, I'll be able to reach um, reach it,
Reach it.
pull myself, reach it, and pull myself up there. The narration in this case is at the
And
bottom.
and the idea works. The spider rips at the bars.
This should do it.
Look, the spider!
Yes, doctor. And you are about to pay for your sins.
Kill him! Kill him! Urgh.
There's a little sample for you, doctor. I'll give you more later.
Psh, the culprits fade fast as the spider lashes out. Psh,
Now, miss, to get you safely in my car is the next thing.
But aren't you coming along with me, Mr. Spider?
No, I'm sorry, but I can't not just now. I must I must see that the maniac, Dr. Corsica, is put safely behind bars, and I'll keep an eye on him even then. Goodbye, miss.
Follow the breathtaking action of Alias the Spider in the October issue of Crack Comics.
Now, if I remember correctly, I'm not completely sure here,
Mhm.
but I think Dr. Corsica
Yeah.
is one of those rare occasions from the Golden Age where one of the lesser known villains actually ends up with kind of a recurring, or one of the lesser known heroes ends up with kind of a recurring um, villain here. I think
Okay.
Doctor Corsica might end up being Alias the Spider's, like,
Nemesis?
yeah,
Yeah.
primary foe. So
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why, of course, chose this story tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was him or somebody else. It looks like we have some more guests dropping
Oh,
in.
cool. Nice. So, Rex, heading at like the flyer. Yes.
Thank you, my friend.
Very good. You gonna stream later, Apex, or does it? I don't know. I'm thinking about streaming later, so maybe for a little bit, maybe not very long. Maybe around maybe
All
after 10, so whatever. Yeah.
right. All right. So, anyways, overall impressions of this story. We're at hour 38.
Yeah.
So let's see. Do you feel like trying to do the Red Beach story, or should we start to wrap up?
Let's start to wrap up.
All
We
right. I
do
guess
the
we
red
can move. I
red
mean, we
band.
got through four stories. Okay. And
Yeah.
with that, so first off, overall impressions of this story we just read.
Ah, this is a different looking spider. I don't even ever seen him before. I remember the other spider. He had a spidery cape and a fedora hat with a little web type mask, and he had a gun in his hand. This guy is not it. He's more of an arrow wielding spider.
Well, yeah, this Alias the Spider was the
Yeah.
original one that and this is another character that DC did pick up, right? As
Okay.
far when they picked up all these other heroes from Quality, like the
Yeah.
ones we've seen tonight, as well as
Right.
like Plastic Man, Black Hawk, you
Mm,
know, among others. But yeah, but basically it's Tom Hollowell, but it's not the exact same Tom Hollowell everybody knows. I think most people who, when they hear about Tom Holloway or Holloway,
mm.
the alias the Spider character, they think of the one who betrayed the Freedom Fighters or something like that, or the Seven
Oh,
Souls or something like that. But this
okay.
this is not that character. This is the original
Yeah.
Quality Comics character.
Okay.
So that's probably um,
Hmm.
but with that now, of course, and as we said, we're going to go ahead and
You got the news. Got
yeah,
the
well, all right. So I think so. I'll ask one more time. You already gave your overall impressions of that last story, right?
Yeah, it's good.
All right,
It's
all right.
different.
So this gonna probably be a little bit harder one because it seems like you like all the stories. So
I
this
do.
this
Yeah.
next this next couple of questions here gonna probably be a little bit harder this week than usual,
Yeah.
because I think you know what the next part of the thing we do, right? When
Hmm.
we
What was the
complete the story,
best one? What was the worst one? Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So with that being said, of the four features we had tonight, let's see. Oh, news time. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, later
Well,
on.
we don't usually do. We usually will do.
It's like highlights of what happened that particular year as of today. And
Yeah, yeah,
what
we'll do the this weekend in niche history
history.
segment. Usually, that's the only news segment, quote unquote, that
Kind of
we do on
historical.
Sundays. It's more of kind of a fun little
Yeah.
offshoot kind of thing. But anyways,
Yeah.
so we read four features tonight. We went through, of course, Doll Man, um, Merlin the Magician,
Yeah.
the Ray,
Right.
and Alias the Spider.
Spider, right.
Of those four features,
Mm.
which one did you like the best or made the best impression?
Mm.
And what was your reasoning for your choice?
Let's see. Oh, this is a tough one. Actually, I liked the Ray. He had such a bizarre origin story. It's this rays of light. He's up there in a balloon. And captured by cosmic rays, and that's similar to the Fantastic Four, but it's just very different. He becomes like a ray of light, of energy. And of course, I like the Doll Man one, but it's like a usual adventure for Doll Man. There he is on another adventure, trying to capture the crooks. There, he becomes small. He has he has the ability of a 6 foot man, punches out the villains, and yeah, that was cool.
Much like another hero who developed the power to
The
shrink himself.
Atom, the
Yeah, the
Atom,
Atom who would have the proportional
Ray,
strength of his normal size in
right?
a much smaller, more compact form. But
That's right.
again, you have to pick. You
And
have to pick one.
I'm picking the
Which
Ray.
story
Uh,
did you? Which story did you like the best,
The Ray.
and why? So the Ray.
The
Okay.
Ray, because the origin story is quite different. It's quite. It's like a prelude to the Fantastic Four's origin. I thought that was kind of cool. The way they took it from there. They may have or might not have, but I'm pretty sure they took it from there. And the least favorite. Whoa,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
tough.
Yeah. And the next question, of course, is which story did you like the least, or made the least
Uh,
impression,
oh,
and what's your reasoning behind your choice? Of
mm,
course, the three remaining, of course, are Doll Man, um, Alias the Spider, and
yeah.
Merlin the Magician.
Uh, Alias the Spider. It kind of set me off. It didn't really look like. He didn't look very spidery. He said yellow and blue. I mean, he had an arrow, and
Oh
He
yeah.
shoots his string somewhere, and he
Well, even though I didn't get a
stings.
chance to say it before we
I didn't
started
look much
reading
of a
it,
spider, so
I
I didn't
did
really.
eventually mention to you that this
Yeah,
particular spider wasn't the same one like
no,
Peter Parker. It wasn't, you know, if anything, he had a lot of spider so a lot of his arrows, a lot
yeah,
of his
like
gear
webs. Like
was
heck,
more spider themed.
yeah, spider themed exactly. That's the worst one, I think.
So the one you liked the best was the Ray. The one you liked the
Yeah,
least was
yeah.
Alias the
I
Spider.
did like Merlin though. It was like the kid was pretty cool. The little
Yeah,
kid that beats up on the
that was a
bully.
pretty fun.
I like that one. Yeah,
Well, and again, and one of the other big things too that a lot of Golden Age comics did back in this time,
yeah,
there was that sense of audience participation there, right?
yeah, yeah. There
Because
is.
we'd seen through many comics where you did have, in some form or another, you had like junior sidekicks. Now, granted, this
Right.
kid Mickey did not end up becoming
No.
like Merlin's sidekick or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we've
Yeah.
seen examples of this where now again it probably had to do with the times too because it was 1940, so we weren't in World War II yet, but we were coming out of the Great Depression era.
Yeah. Could you
So kids
imagine
were
Merlin and this assistant, Mickey the Magic Boy? If I would have been his name.
yeah,
Right.
but we've seen a number of like you had Bucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple guys named, but
Robin.
you had Bucky Barnes for Captain America,
Right.
and actually Uncle Sam's sidekick was named Bucky. We have, of course,
Huh.
Robin, probably the most famous sidekick.
Right.
He also had a couple of like
Green Arrow.
junior sets of teams, like you had the New
Green
Forty
Arrow.
Legion and the
Yeah.
Boy Commandos.
Yeah. Green Arrow and Speedy. Speedy was his
Yeah.
sidekick. Yeah.
So there was a lot. There was a lot, and even Federal Men,
Mm.
which is kind of a G-Men type comic
Right.
that starred Steve Carson.
Yeah.
Now granted, it wasn't quite the same with them,
Hmm.
but they had it was kind of a thing where I think they did this with Federal Men, and they might have did this too a little with Minutemen of America with Our Men as well, where
Right.
they made it feel like you could actually send in some stuff, and you can get like an official like junior G men badge, junior Federal Men badge, all that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. So with that being said, today is of course Sunday, um, January 25th,
Right.
2026.
Hmm.
So let's go ahead and take a look back at this weekend in neat history. History. So first off, going back to yesterday, of course, head back 15 years ago yesterday, back to 2011.
Okay.
On yesterday's date in 2011, WWE held its Go Home Raw
It did.
the Monday prior to that year's Royal Rumble from the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan.
Right.
On the card, this was basically they call the go home show before the main event, basically,
Go.
or before the next pay per view.
Yeah.
Following Sunday was going to be Royal Rumble on the 30th.
Right
But
on.
the main event saw CM Punk and Wade Barrett battle to a double DQ, with John Cena serving as special guest referee.
All right.
You had the Nexus members of Husky Harris and Michael McGillicuddy.
Husky Harris.
Well, no. So real name Wyndham Rotunda, aka the late great Bray Wyatt, and Michael McGillicuddy was Joe Hennig, the son. So the thing about those two, so Husky Harris,
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, that's the son of Mike Rotunda,
Oh, okay.
as well as like being the nephew of Barry Windham and the grandson of Blackjack Mulligan. And Michael McGillicuddy, aka Joe Hennig,
Mm-hmm.
was the son of Kurt Hennig. and the
Okay.
grandson of Larry the Axe Hennig. So
Ah.
the Nexus members of Husky Harris and Michael McGillicuddy, with David Otunga and Mason Ryan in their corner, defeated the team of Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov, had Tamina in their corner. You had Edge defeat Miz by DQ.
Okay.
Natalia retained the unified WWE Divas title over Melina on that night. Earlier in the night, you had Edge um, win a battle royal that also involved Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, and Tyson Kidd. So 15 years ago today, the Go Home Raw before that year's Royal Rumble. History, yep.
That's right.
uh, Anyways, as I try to. All right, so now moving on to the next. And 2011 is just so nice that we're going to hit it twice.
Oh yeah.
And also on this date in the year, or on yesterday's date in the year 2011,
Hmm.
on Nickelodeon, premiered the animated series Bubble Guppies.
What?
Yeah, Bubble Guppies.
All right.
So, Bubble Guppies is an animated children's fantasy television series created by Johnny Belt and Robert Skull and developed by Belt, Skull, and Janice Burgess for Nickelodeon.
Hmm.
The series is a combination of the sketch sketch comedy, edutainment. Do you know what edutainment is?
Education and entertainment. So,
Right. In this case, they decided to turn it into a portmanteau
oh.
of education and basically it's educational television, basically,
Yeah.
and musical genres, and revolves around the underwater adventures of a group of merperson preschoolers named
Okay.
Molly, Gil, Gobi, uh, Dima, Una, Nani, and new student Zuli.
Wow.
The program premiered on Nickelodeon on January 24th, 2011, ran for 6 seasons until June 30th, 2023. The series is produced using 3D software.
Okay.
All right, so those are the two that happened on yesterday's date. So now I'm going to move on to um, the stuff that happened on today's date.
Yeah.
1946 and 1996. Okay, so first up, heading back 80 years ago today, on this date 80 years ago, back in 1946. I pull that up.
Oh.
On this date in 1946, the 60th issue of Shadow Comics for the Street and Smith went on sale on this date back in 1946. So for 10 cents, it's 48 pages. So by the late 40s, they had shrunk the page count down from 64 to 48.
Yeah. Good. Less work. These artists are just slam.
Well, okay, but that might have been somewhat the downside, but the upside was you now had, like, back when you still had 64 pages, you had
Yeah.
you know
48.
you had you know you had maybe a couple stories that were, like, in that 9 to 13 page range.
Yeah.
You had maybe like two or three that was in like 6 to 8 page range,
Right.
and then you had a couple that were like 2 to 4 pages.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now and you had like you'd have like you know you'd have like maybe 7 to 9 stories,
Yeah.
7 to 9 features.
Right.
By this point, they were getting down to like 4 or 5 features in
Oh
each
yeah.
story.
Right.
That's so basically, yeah. You may have gotten less number of pages, or okay, no, you may have gotten less stories, but each story had more of a page count.
Right. Oh.
With more action drama stories getting more of the more of the page counts than the humor stories.
Right.
Um, but anyways, and finally, moving ahead to the year 1996 on this date, 30 years ago, in
Wow.
1996,
Wow.
Sunrise's MS Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS team. Um, the OVA premiered on this date back in 1996. Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS team, um, or the 8th MS platoon. The Japanese OVA anime series, OVA meaning original video animation, in the
Hmm.
Gundam franchise produced by Sunrise. Released from 1996 to 1999, the series follows an Earth Federation ground unit fighting in Universal Century 0079 during the One Year War, presented as a ground level side story contemporaneous with the 1979 television series Mobile Suit Gundam. So basically, it's happening around the same time as the first Gundam series, but it's giving you more of the perspective of what was going on Earth as the Gundam team as the original Gundam team was out in space.
Right.
So that happened 30 years ago today. So all right. So with that, before we head out, one last little tidbit here for Apex. I'm going to go
Yes.
ahead and um, give you one last. Did Was there anything? I think Rex had even asked if you were going to um, stream tonight or not.
Yeah, probably around after 10, maybe 10:30, somewhere in there.
10:30 your time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Central Time.
So that'd be 10:30 Central Time, 11:30 Eastern, and 8:30
Right.
Pacific. So,
Right.
um,
My
aside from that, was there anything else you wanted to
Yes,
promote?
back Fembat #1 on Fund My Comic. Let me go ahead and bring her to the
Let
full
me get back
ray.
up
Share
here
the
to see if I can get
screen.
that.
Share the screen. It's shared. Yes. Let me
Oh,
refresh the thing. Let me refresh it. I got to refresh. Ugh. Refresh. Yes, Fembat Volume 1. Yes, the vampire superhero Olivia Del Rey, who's a go-go dancer in 1968, gets bit by a vampire and has these disadvantages. Wants to kill the vampire, find the vampire, kill him, and regain back her humanity. She she finds a friend in Professor Nigel Emery, who develops the Fembat battle armor to enable her to fight all these terrible monsters and vampires and things that go bump in the night, and meets a few friends along the way. Fembat Volume 1, 56 pulse pounding pages of action, intrigue, and horror and humor. We have t shirts available designed by Omer Glitch and one from Dan Lawless, of course. And yeah, that one right there. You get my version of Fembat t shirt there. And you get different tiers. I get all three for 85, which is great. The big Fembat Ultra tier, you get everything pretty much. You get all three T-shirt designs. You get four uh, different copies of covers of the same book by each of these artists. Plus, you get a bookmark. You get black and white 5:7 original sketch. You get a color print, 11:17 color poster, a bonus Ashcan book, and Enforcer Ink for the Devastator mini comic. Wow, all that for that little price. And Enforcer Ink versus Devastator. I'm currently drawing up, uh, doing a re-up on page 1 and 2 of that. Give it more of a intriguing story. This is 24 pages, all ages, full color Ashcan book for $7. Pretty good deal. And got nice, wonderful fan art from Marcus Kelger right here, and one from Tank Ferret. If you want digital, Fembat Digital for $10 plus some little extra added bonuses on that one. Get a John Apple fan bat right there, nice. And if you get my wraparound cover for 25, and you get a combination of Dan Law's cover and my cover for $50, and a nice sketch cover for $20. You can draw what you want to on uncoated paper, and for $30 you get Fembat Volume 1 wraparound and Enforcer ink for this devastator book. A two for that price, save a couple of dollars. And original art for $150 each. You get a free complimentary copy of Fembat Volume 1. And we're trying to reach a goal of 2,500. For now, people who've backed it already get some giant Fembat bookmark. You get the Dan Law's trading card already if you've backed it. And at 2,500, we'll reach the fan art collage poster. And if we can reach 3,000, the Don Fembat trading card, which will look like right here. That's the blood curdling Fembat version. I'll be on a trading card if we reach that 3,000 goal. So let's go ahead and play this beautiful, wonderful trailer, if we may, real quick. Thank you. Yeah, baby. Fembat Volume 1, catch it while you can on Fun My Comic. And it seems like Natasha likes it. Thank you, Natasha.
Yeah. And a reminder to Natasha as well. The link, the Fun Mic, she said, can't wait to see it. Looks so epic. The link, the Fun My Comic link is in the chat. You want to go up and go check it out that way. You can do that where you can, see if you want to.
Let me go put the link in real quick on this one. I can do it real fast. Boom. Here we go.
And I will take a look.
My Comic /
I would think you should be able to, because you should be able to do it through the regular chat. It shouldn't have to go through private chat in order to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there we go. There we go. Volume and 1. Make sure I have all my. Yeah, I think it's it. I think it's that one. There we go. Yep. There's a link right there. Bam. There it is. Bang. Right in the chat. Here's the link right there to check out Fembat on Fun My Comic.
Right.
You'll love it. Not a great 3 years of my life putting that together.
Right.
I did it all. Well,
Apex, if you can stick around for just a couple minutes after, a couple moments after the show here for post show, I'd be appreciated. So with that, I thank everybody for being here. Of course, we're back here with more Niche News tomorrow. Also, next Sunday, I believe I will be joined by, let's see, next Sunday is the 1st. So actually, the Metal from Vomitory will be finishing up our coverage of comics that went on sale in July of 1940, looking at stuff from Standard, Street Smith, and United Feature Syndicate. Standard, of course, some of you may know better as either Better Books or Nador. But at
Right.
this point, they were still known as standard.
Mm.
So with that, I thank everybody for being here tonight, and I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Bye.